All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruchakwadash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and the bishops at Great Millstone who continue to rule well and guide us through the spirit. Double honors to their teachers as well, the high priest. All right, and peace and blessings, shalom, to the Most High's hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Yagadal, I'm one from GMS Houston, back with another lesson. All right, and I actually was reading this chapter and going into another topic. All right, dealing with the secrets of the Lord, which He only revealed unto His servants, the prophets. Okay, but when I was reading this chapter, all right, these first few verses kind of jumped out at me and made me think of one of my favorite scriptures. All right, which is 1 John 2:28. So Lord willing, this be edifying. I'm gonna get straight into it. All right, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 25, and starting at verse 1, it says, "Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my power, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not mine enemy triumph over me. Yeah," verse 3, "Yeah, let none that wait on thee be ashamed." And this is what the men of the Lord are doing. We're not getting presumptuous in the spirit. We're not jumping the gun. All right, all we're doing is staying on our watch and waiting for the Lord, okay, to continuously fulfill prophecy, okay, and then waiting on His second coming, okay, in hopes that we be delivered because of our actions, because of our conversation, all right, the spirit that we remained in, okay. All right, being part of the virgins, all right, you read about in Revelation 14:4 that followeth the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. Okay, in other words, you stay locked into the spirit. You stay locked into the spirit of prophecy. You stayed constantly edifying and building with the body. Okay, all right, you was a brother. Okay, you was beneficial to the ministry, man. Okay, which ministry is what? A service. Okay, so within, all right, us waiting, we're not waiting, all right, and being stagnant. We're constantly being that flowing water, man. Okay, so verse 3 again, it says, "Yeah, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause." And this is why we, all right, don't stress over wicked niggas, man. All right. All right, matter of fact, let me grab a quick precept and then coming back to this. All right, this is Revelation 22:11. It says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he that is filthy, let him be filthy still." And this is the mindset we're in, because we know that there's a prophecy that has to be fulfilled concerning 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans being destroyed here in America. Okay, so we not worried about the ones that the Most High put the spirit of rebellion on. We only focus on the ones. Well, I'll finish the scripture out. It says, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still." All right, just backing up the statement I was making, man. All right, we're only focused on the ones, all right, who are truly waiting on the Lord, but waiting and being productive in the spirit, waiting and being productive, all right, with the ministry. Okay, being a benefit and an asset unto the body. Okay. All right, this is back in Psalm 25:4. It says, "Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy path." So the ones that's going to wait on the Lord, all they're looking for is the instructions through the Spirit. Okay. All right. And we know that gets passed down, all right, from the heavens unto the men that the Most High have set up. All right, pursuing to Jeremiah 3:15, all right, gave us pastors according to His heart that would feed us with knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Okay, so all we're doing is begging the Lord to constantly show us His ways and teach us His paths. Okay, of what? Of righteousness. Okay, verse 5, it says, "Lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the power of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day." So we know that the only way out of the situation is through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we have to, we can't, all right, get tired of, matter of fact, Was that Galatians? All right, it's Galatians 6 and 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we will reap if we faint not. Okay, so you have guys who got tired of waiting on the Lord, man. Like he's on their schedule. All right, that's why you have guys taking the bag, falling out, going back into the world. All right, Jake, get tired of dealing with Sophia and go get married and shit. All right, try to start a fucking family. Okay. All right, verse 10, real quick. It says, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, all right, all men of the brotherhood. Okay. It says, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Okay. And yeah, we are seeking our own salvation with much fear and trembling. Salakia. All right, we're seeking our salvation with much fear and trembling. Our own salvation with much fear and trembling. All right, but we know that the works that we're doing benefit the whole body. Okay, we are one part of a body, so when we slack in one area, that affects the operations of the whole body. And if you are slacking on your job or on your lot, eventually you get identified as a cancer through the spirit, and you get put out. Either the Most High spew you out, you bug out, you get put out. Okay, all right. All right, but we're focused on the ones that are the household of faith, because those are the ones that are truly serving the Lord and seeking, all right, to not be ashamed when he returns. Okay? It's lucky I'm getting over this damn bug. All right, this is First John chapter 2, and this is in the Amplified Bible. It's First John 2, and what I want to start. I'm gonna start right at 28 at the point. This is First John 2 and 28. It says, now little children, believers, dear ones, remain in him with unwavering faith. So we are supposed to, our faith is supposed to be not able to be tarnished, man. Okay, our faith should be growing with everything that's going on right now. If your faith ain't through the roof, all right, we already experiencing Isaiah 33 and 6 right now. Okay, people are really out here bugging it out, crashing out. Okay, and we calm, man. Whether we going away, whether we abounding or abasing, man, we content. Okay, because we understand, all right, what time we're in, and we understand that this is the process before the kingdom of heaven comes. So we're rejoicing in these times, seeing, all right, the height of rumors of war and actual war. Okay, seeing this economy crash and burn. Okay, seeing the very infrastructure of this place, man. Okay, just alone out here in Houston. Okay, you had 2 sinkholes in the last 2 weeks. Okay, you had pieces of bridges just falling out in the middle of the day. Okay, this place is falling, man. Okay, so it's very clear that we're at the end of this thing, man. Okay, we're at this whole technocracy is hitting a height. Okay, that's all the major talks is about. Hey, getting closer and closer to the MOTB. Okay, so with that, man, we gonna stick to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we know that His will is being fulfilled according to the word, man. Okay, it says so that when He appears at His return, at His second coming, it says, we may have perfect confidence and not be ashamed and shrink away from him at his coming, man. So the ones that truly serving the Lord, all right, have been waiting on him and just constantly asking for the Lord to give us increased spiritual gifts, seeking the treasures in heaven. Okay, working constantly, all right, and really being on our watch to see the miraculous things that the Lord has been doing, all right, while the rest of the world is blind to it. They're not tapped into the spirit. They can't see what we see. Okay, so when the time comes, all right, the men that fought until the very end, all right, and waited on the Lord properly, all right, you're not going to be ashamed in that day. Like I said, you're going to have perfect confidence that I did everything I had to do to the best of my ability, all right, to make it on that chariot, man. All right, I'll hit verse 29 and end it on this. It says, if this is 1 John 2 and 29 in the Amplified Version. It says, if you know that he is absolutely righteous, you know for certain that everyone who practices righteousness, doing what is right and conforming to how Bashem Yahweh's will, has been born of him. This is the only way that you be truly be reborn, man. All right. We have become completely dead to this world, man. All right, and alive in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, man. Okay, because that's where our hope lies. Okay, is in the promises, all right, to the men that are going to endure unto the very end, man. Okay, so when the Lord returns, all right, we are fighting now to not be ashamed in that day and have confidence that we will receive salvation. Okay, so Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and other bishops at Great Millstone and elder high priest who taught them as well. And peace and blessing, shalom to the Most High's hopefully elect. Keep fighting.